Okay, here we are at Temple University. Get to know your reality. Reality is the Earth is a flat plane. Would you like to look it up? The Earth is a flat plane.
Yeah, that thing they say landed on the moon.
Know your reality.
Seriously? All you gotta do is look into stuff and you will go, I don't live.
Know your reality. Look it up. Do experiments. You can experiment yourself. You think you're an engineer? You gotta experiment this for yourself. Go to Wildwood, New Jersey and look at Ocean City, 30 miles away. Figure out the curvature formula yourself. Look it up. The curvature formula, what is it? Based on a 24,901 equator. Are you smart enough to figure it out? You think you're smart? Figure it out.
Told me to believe in God, I was like, you know what I mean? And then, I couldn't believe there's God. This Bible says there's flat earth. Oh, check it out. No, it's recording. It's like, just check the, I'm not saying believe a word I say, but if you look into this stuff.
Does your education match the reality? Is this a reality we're living in, or is it your textbook?
17.
Uh-oh. Thank you. Is it a textbook or is it reality? You have to be able to figure that out yourself. That means you're educated. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Absolutely. 2.5 years I've been studying this.
Really?
Yeah, now I go out and try to wake up kids and people all over. We go down to Ocean City. We were there 3 times with the banners. And you can see 20 miles away, you can see 30 miles away. You shouldn't be able to if it's a curve. Because this is a formula right here.
At some point,
Here's the formula. Here's 60 miles across Lake Michigan. You shouldn't be able to see Chicago. This is a formula. Everybody should be able to figure that out. You're going to college, you got to be able to figure things out. Is this your reality? You got to look at it.
I believe it.
Yep. So this is our website here.
Where do you get all, do you do your own research or do you gather information from?
Well, these are my 3 favorite videos. If you type this whole thing in,
okay,
you'll get my 3 favorite videos.
I've watched a lot of videos. And,
wow, it's really windy.
that's cool that you guys are out here doing this.
Yeah. So send some of your friends around.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I tried to, I talked about it in class one time and
This is great.
Teachers don't like it.
everyone looks at me.
Yeah. Yeah. You send them out here, we'll talk to them.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
For doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What is your reality? Can you figure out the curvature formula? Are you that smart? Or do you just believe what's in a textbook? Is a textbook going to be your fantasy life?
Yes.
You can look it up yourself. I'm sorry.
You can find us on Flat Earth 101. Okay, here's your Flat Earth 101 card.
Sure will.
Thank you. God
Thank
bless
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your reality?
Not that one.
Yeah? Well, that's because you can't figure out the curvature formula. Or you're being paid off. You're being paid off to lie to children. That's child abuse. I have no mercy for these professors anymore either.
No, I agree.
I think that was a mistake, me going to that school board meeting. Now I'm on fire.
I think I
What What's your reality? Can you figure out the curvature formula? Can you figure it out for yourself? Can you find the formula and then go find evidence? Do you have evidence of curvature? You should not be able to see 32 miles away from Atlantic City to Wildwood, but you can. What are you being taught in these books? Are you just a little parrot parroting it back? Or can you apply everything to your reality? What is the reality? What is it? Can you figure out a curvature formula? You should be able to. Smart guy. If you can't figure out a curvature formulation, then you are not educated. You're dumber than a doornail, like I was 2.5 years ago. Asleep, asleep. You guys are asleep if you can't figure this out. You're all asleep if you can't figure this out. What's the curvature formula? You will never have any self-respect unless you know your reality. Can you figure out the curvature formula? Can you? What is it? Do you even care? What is the curvature formula? Look it up. Figure it out yourself. You think you're smart? Figure it out. What's the curvature formula? Then go find me evidence. Go find the evidence. Go find evidence. Where's a curvature? There is none. There's no freaking curvature. Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but condemnation.
What's the curvature formula? Can you figure it out?
Can you tell me what this is about?
Yes, we live on a flat plane, not a spinning ball. In 30 seconds, I can tell you.
Sure.
Right over here at the banners?
I have 30 seconds.
All right, good.
Wait, I just want to preface by saying I think you're wrong, but
Okay,
I
that's all right. That's all right,
so,
good. This is the
I
flat.
don't think you're going to convince me, but
I
I'm still
don't
interested.
intend to.
All right.
If I can get you to look into it, that's all I want to do.
All right.
This is the flat Earth map. Okay, North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. These are all these world organizations. Here's the United Nations. They use a flat Earth map, but they don't put Antarctica on there because I don't think they want you to know that it goes all the way around. Okay? Now, we know that Captain James Cook logged in 60,000 miles around the coastline of Antarctica. But you know what they say in the textbooks? He got lost in the Pacific, and they draw a bunch of circles, making fun of that man who was an experienced sailor. Okay? Here's Chicago across Lake Michigan, 60 miles. Should not see that at all, according to the curvature formula. If you don't like this formula, then you're smart enough to figure out one yourself. Okay? Then you go find me evidence. But when you watch this 200 proofs video, Earth is not a spinning ball, these numbers correspond with what's on the video. You will have to study perspective, because that's not something they teach us. That's how your eyes work at a distance. Okay? So you know these railroad tracks continue, but you can't see them. It goes to a vanishing point. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. When there are 4 planes come together, you get a point. But when there's only 2 planes, the sky and the Earth, you get a vanishing line. That's why you see ships disappear. But we have zoom cameras that can zoom them right back into focus now. They go like 85 miles. So what else? Oh, here's a reflection. On a flat surface, you get a line. On a curved surface, you get a spot. And you can do that with glossy paper and a light bulb.
Okay.
So you figure that out. But this is reality right here. That's reality, the line. That means a flat surface. Okay, here's star trails. When you have your aperture open at Polaris, you get these concentric star trails. Okay, but what do they teach us in the school? This is what they teach us. The blue spiral. That's what they teach us in the schools. So how are you going to say that's true when you see that in reality?
Right.
So you got to figure out what's reality. Now you go figure out the curvature formula, then you go find me evidence for curvature, because I don't see it. When I go to Ocean City, 20 miles away, there's Avalon. 30 miles away, there's Wildwood.
All right. So another question. Why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, let's just, whichever version is correct.
Okay.
Why does it matter?
Why does it matter? Well, you're young, so I'm 62. So it matters because they are corrupt in the courts. They are corrupt in government. You want to start getting away from corruption, you got to be truthful.
So why do you think they did lie? Like, if it is true that it's flat,
Well,
what's the harm in, like, why are people
the harm?
so,
See, again, you're young. You don't have kids. I have 3 children, okay? You never lie to children. It's child abuse. It distorts their reality. I mean, you want to get rid of corruption or not? Do you like corruption?
No.
Okay, nobody does. Because
Right.
it cheats every one of us, doesn't it? I don't want to live in a world where I'm cheated. I was cheated. So I'm fighting against this corruption. So here, we got centrifugal force on a spinning globe. 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. How come we don't at least weigh less than we do up here? There's none up here. So there's a lot of things. Here's on NASA website. How do you get 2 different sizes of the United States? That's right on their website. Go look it up.
All right.
Here we got, yeah.
But thank you.
When they do a spacewalk, we got bubbles in space, air bubbles going up the helmet. You look up bubbles in space. And also star in a jar. That's what the real stars are. It's sound waves in a fluid.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for stopping.
30 feet. That's 30, right? He took a laser and he went over a distance of 7 miles over a lake.
Okay, what is your reality? Do you know what your reality is? Can you figure out the curvature formula yourself, or are you not that smart? What is it? What's the curvature formula? Can you find me examples of curvature? You can look that up.
Oh, here it is.
On the other side, good information. Curvature formula, what is it? You should be able to figure that out. Look it up, buddy. What is the curvature formula? Can you look it up? Can you figure that out? Can you find me examples of curvature? What is the curvature? Where is it? It's nowhere to be found. There is no curvature. We live on a flat plane. It is not a spinning freaking ball. No. Look it up. Look it up. Figure it out. You're here because you're smart, so figure it out. What is the curvature? What's the curvature formula? 24,901 equator. So where is the curvature?
Could you explain to me how your theory works?
Yes, this way. So, here you have to get a card so you can look it up afterwards. This is a flat earth map. This is in the Boston Library. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. All these world organizations, including the United Nations, they use a flat earth map, but they don't put Antarctica on there. I don't think they want you to know that it goes around the outside edge. Captain Cook logged in 60,000 miles, and he was an experienced sailor. And they said, oh, he got lost in the Pacific. And they draw these little circles around the Pacific, mocking him. How could you get lost if you got something right there you're following on your left shore, on the port side? Okay, here we got perspective. These numbers coincide with the 200 proofs video that you're going to watch on that card. We got perspective. There's 4 planes here in work. They go to a vanishing point. We got the railroad tracks, the sky, and the earth, and they come to a point. But when there's only 2 planes involved, it's a vanishing line. And that's why the ships disappear.
It's not about the diffraction limit?
It is about the diffraction. Like this one right here, this one's wrong. The reason why, I'm a climate scientist from Temple University. This one's wrong because of the way the Earth bends. It's called diffraction. You ever seen water when you put it in?
Yeah.
Right? It kind of moves a little bit? Yeah. This experiment is conducted with just 2
It's
poles.
not in the water, honey. It's on top.
Yes.
And but you know what? This is my banner, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Because we had Rob Skiba get in a boat, and fixed his camera on Chicago and drove 2 miles through the water on a boat, and nothing changed.
That's called linear diffraction.
Nothing changed.
Now, but
the weatherman said it was a superior mirage.
But if
it's not.
Superior mirage is appearing the difference, yes.
It was not upside down.
But that only occurs with multiple points.
Yeah,
if you just take 2 points around here, too.
He's on this side.
This is kind of cool, though.
They're walking right past me.
So if you don't want to interrupt me, then I'll continue. All right. So we got, if it's a flat surface, you get a line. If it's a curved surface, which you can do with glossy paper and a light bulb at home, you can find out it's only a spot if it's curved. You don't get that. You get the line. In reality, we got the line. So that's a flat surface. There's also reality. Star trails. You get concentric circles, and you fix your camera on Polaris and open the aperture. That's what you get in reality. But this is what they teach us. They teach us that. How are you going to get the concentric circles with a picture like this? Going through the universe, the vast emptiness of space, 2 million miles an hour when you add them all up. And we never feel any change in the velocity from going, when the Earth is spinning and it's going around. We never feel any of that.
Yeah, we don't.
So here we got, this is right on NASA website. We got large and small America. So which one is it? Neither. It's all composite. It's a computer-generated images from Robert Simmons. He's the guy who puts those together, and he'll tell you that he puts them together. It's not real pictures.
But isn't that from a different, like, distance?
It's the same diameter, But you just proportionately.
Like that,
proportionately, hon. I know you're trying to do this in your mind. I know you're trying to do that because you believe a certain way. You got to empty your mind and say, well, that doesn't make sense. Now, when you have people down in the South will tell you that when they have their summers, the sun, you can watch it go across the sky. It moves fast. We have a small, close sun, and it goes on this track, then it comes into the equator, then goes into this, and then back out again. But it moves really fast, so it goes at different speeds. All in the same 24 hours.
What does this mean, though, the satellite dishes? Because they're supposed to magnify electromagnetic waves, like the radiative and inductive effects of electromagnetic waves. Satellite dishes are supposed to amplify that via insulated conductors.
Yeah, but they don't point up. So they're pointing to ground-based towers. It's all a ground-based system.
Yes, but where are those electromagnetic waves coming from? They're bouncing off a tower, which is coming from the satellites.
Okay, the satellites, we do not think satellites exist in this theory, in this reality, because there's no geosynchronous orbits going on. None of that. Okay, now there's one thing. Since you know some stuff here, I'm going to tell you what it is. Gravity's a theory. You know, gravity's a theory, right? Never been proven, cannot be replicated. But this can. Look, right there it is. Did you know that there's free-flowing electricity up there? Did you know that?
Yeah, but diamagnetism refers to whether or not the electrons are paired.
So I'm going to tell you what I know about this. Diamagnetism is my personal idea for what is holding us down on the Earth.
But that's already a thing.
Okay. It is a thing.
Diamagnetic and paramagnetic are
I know. Okay, now listen to this. We live in a torus field. Okay?
A torus field?
Yes.
What's that?
So when the electricity comes up out of the North Pole, it excites the elements in the atmosphere, and that is the aurora borealis. Then it comes up and it goes around the dome. And we have evidence of a dome because of lightning sprites. Now, don't ask a question yet. So, and it goes through the sun, which is a filament, and it excites the positively charged sun. That's what makes it glow. And then the moon is negative. And we have no proof, but they don't have proof of a 93 million mile away sun either. That sun is very close.
So, you're saying...
So then it goes down and around, and this is how it works.
So you're saying it's a giant dipole?
Yes. North Pole's the center. It's like a car speaker. The other pole is the rim.
Okay.
Yep.
Why does the sun appear more luminous than the moon does? Because in this idea,
the moon emits its own light. The moon is not. Now, I know.
Equal and opposite charges.
You know what? I'm 60 years old, and I went through the same school system that you did, so I understand.
I went to a private school.
So I went through it. So I understand what the heliocentric model is, and I'm telling you a different one. Now, you know what? When you leave here, you're going to figure this out yourself.
But the dome, like you said, it was a dome, right? And then there's the sun and the moon, and they are oppositely charged.
They're within the dome.
The dipole, right? That's your idea of diamagnetism.
Okay.
And so I'm just like wondering, are these equally and oppositely charged, moon and sun?
I don't know that. I don't know that. But I know that the center is the North Pole. It's like a car speaker. And then the rim is the other. And that's what makes the paper vibrate. If you ever know anything about a car speaker, that's how our world works. The electricity is free flowing. Nikola Tesla. You need to look into Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, I have. I did.
Well, some of the textbooks will tell you garbage.
Yeah, he was cheated out of a patent by Edison, I believe.
Well, Nikola Tesla was very much smarter than Edison. Edison was
yes, I know.
Tesla won the
if we're buying into the
contract
phenomena of the dipole moment, though, how like why is this whole idea of spiraling charges, like why is that invalid?
This is what you're taught in the school. This is the sun moving through the vast universe. These are planets. We're probably this one. And we're chasing the sun as it's going through the universe and the Milky Way and all of that. That's what that is. See? So how can you have something like that and have star trails? That's what you can't, it does not reckon. It does not reckon. You got to figure out a curvature formula. Hey, look at some of these books. You might want to take a picture of this because some of these books are censored in the schools. And I have like 2 or 3 of them. But those are all censored. And did you ever hear of the Michelson-Morley experiment?
The Michelson interferometer?
Yeah. Michelson-Morley and
the thing was the one that proved that aberration of starlight was a thing. Like it's like
that's Airy's failure.
They used to think that
no, it's about movement. The Earth is not moving. The Earth is not moving.
They would think that there was like an ether, like this sort of.
Yeah, the ether exists.
But they proved that it didn't because
no. That's no. Einstein had to. No, I do. Einstein had to come up with special relativity because he was wrong, and he had to say,
what?
yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Einstein was an actor. He was an idiot.
Right.
Yeah, Einstein was an idiot. Why aren't they teaching Tesla in the schools?
They are.
Oh.
Because
they probably twist it up now.
No, we just learned about this in electricity and magnetism. Like we just learned about the Tesla, like the inductive effects of the solenoid, like the coil with the number of
Tesla
turns,
coil.
And how the magnetic field of that Tesla coil inspires like an electric field, and from that comes all of this and it amplifies it.
Yeah. So how does that apply to the plane of the Earth? The Earth being a flat plane instead of a spinning ball.
Well, because things wouldn't refract like you're saying. If
well, how do you know that? You have to do those experiments. You have to look up the curvature formula or make one up yourself, whatever your reasoning is coming to your mind. Then you have to go out in a car, drive and find me some curvature and prove it to yourself.
You can do that with a car.
Yeah, you go down to the shore, honey. Go down to the shore and look and see how far you can see. Get a P900 or 1000 camera and see how far you can see. We can see 60 miles with our eyes. Here's 102 miles. You shouldn't be able to see that. If there's any curvature, you should not be able to see that. Figure this out.
Are we holding that the Earth has the same like distance across? Like, does it have the same diameter?
As far as we know, I only go as far as Antarctica. That's all I'm going to teach as far as Antarctica.
So you're saying that the distance is the same, but it's flat.
It's a flat plane, and I think there's a dome. So the dome, the architecture of a dome says that it has to be the same around. In order for it to hold itself up, yeah, and hold back what we think is like water up in there, up in the atmosphere. You know what? You should look this up and think about it, because it takes a couple of weeks really thinking about it and coming up with questions. Because this is all new. You probably never heard of it before today, right?
No, I've heard of it.
Okay, so look, these rockets come up and then they curve. Why do they curve? Oh, well, so they can get in orbit. No, that's baloney. They curve and then they lose sight of them, and the videos go blank.
It's because of the magnetic field of the Earth.
The videos go blank. Okay, you can make up an excuse for NASA.
But you see, like, diamagnetism, your theory of diamagnetism is, like, consistent with this idea of there being a magnetic field around Earth, because you have the dipole moment of the Earth, right?
Right. So gravity's holding us down, and you know nothing about gravity except for the rate of acceleration. But that same rate applies to diamagnetism. So let's just say that there's possibility that it's either pulling us or pushing us. So you got to figure out which one is it.
But based on the distances between the charges that you proposed, like, there is this sort of inconsistency with how...
Yeah, because the sun and the moon travel at different speeds.
With how this part of the Earth would feel like different things. Like,
you know what?
Feel that though.
If you're asking like nitpicky kind of questions.
No, I'm asking like how...
go in generalities and say, well, what makes more sense? What makes more sense? I know you're trying to reason this from what you're being taught.
No, I'm just like trying to
well, then think for a minute.
Because I am thinking, and I'm trying to observe what you're saying. And
yeah.
Like, all of these things, some of them contradict each other.
Like what?
Like the fact that
Like if there is... And that? Yes, they do contradict, because that's reality, and this is freaking made up. They do contradict, yes. And this contradicts this. Yes.
I mean, if the Earth is not moving.
What about the moon?
Sir?
If you would look in the daytime at the dark side of the moon, it's blue. You can see through it. At nighttime, they can see stars through it. You got to look at things with new eyes.
So what are you saying? Like, the moon is not a sphere, it's flat?
I'm saying the moon cannot be landed on. It's not terra firma.
What do you believe the moon is, though, the shape?
Well, it looks like a circle, but I don't know any more than that. You know, I talked to two astrologers. They said they can see Jupiter.
Astrologers? Like astronomers and...
Astronomer. Okay, is that going to make you happy?
Yeah, because
please don't interrupt. Okay, don't interrupt. They look at the stars. Is that good enough? Don't be snotty with this.
I'm not.
All right.
Just, like, trying to make
so they were looking through these telescopes, and both of them said to me, one was an older guy, like 80. The other was a young guy, at different times. And they both said they could see Jupiter rotating. I said, how do you know? Well, we saw the red spot go from the left to the right, and that means it was rotating. I said, what if that red spot is not on Jupiter? What if it is a translucent moon of types? Oh, well, that might work too. See, you have to look at it through different eyes as to what you're being told and what we have seen. There are guys who went up in an airplane to video the eclipse, and this guy caught 5 different orbs up there, and they were not reflections off the lens. So you have to say, okay, is it possible we're not being told everything? Could there be other orbs up there? What about a blood moon? Where does that red come from? Oh, well, that's atmospheric things. Okay, well, could it be something else? We aren't being told the whole story. You've got to know that. Gas. You've got to know the government lies to us.
I mean, government does lie to us.
Gas inside the orbs.
Do you believe the government lies to us?
Yes.
Okay, then you have to say, well, could there be another possibility? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and I'm not going to, you know, I'm happy that you're looking into this, but I'm not going to spend all day with you. I'm sorry.
Because I
can't answer every one of you.
Of an academic discourse. I think this whole thing is bullshit.
Well, that's good. So if you think it's bullshit, then be on your way. Go get your own banners and go preach your own topic.
I just want to hear what your theory is.
You heard it. You heard it, Missy. That's all you're getting from me. What is your reality?
Do you actually believe that?
You bet. You got 30 seconds?
It's got no legs, right?
Look it up. Figure it out. Look it up. Here, you can have 2.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a UFC fight, you guys?
Look it up. Look it up. Ignorance is no excuse. You can look it up yourself.
I'm talking about a cut on your forehead, and it looks like you're going to freak out. Yeah, right? This guy,
Look it up.
no legs at all, and there's not even a single drop of blood coming from his legs. Dr. Lorraine.
Oops. Come on, look it up. There you go. Now you're cooking. I have 2 banners over there that have a lot of evidence, or you can talk to Dave or whatever you want to do. We even think that the Challenger astronauts are still alive. This is what we think. This is what we think how corrupt our government is.
Challenger was a tragedy, and it's very, very...
Okay, then you can go along through life with your little pitiful beliefs, but I know the federal court system in this city is corrupt to the core. I know that personally for a fact.
But these people died in an explosion.
Or they're alive.
Why would they be alive?
Or they are alive. Did you ever see the movie Capricorn 1? Did you ever see Capricorn 1?
The movie?
The movie Capricorn 1.
I
think you ought to watch it because NASA and Hollywood are the same frickin' thing. Guess who was on the first board of NASA? Walt frickin' Disney. Mr. Fantasy himself. Why would he be on there?
Because he had an interest in...
An interest? Don't you think that it should be more than just a little interest? I think you're delusional, sweetheart. You are. You're just naive, okay? I'm sorry. You're just naive, like I used to be. For 60 years, I was frickin' naive, and I thought, oh, our country would never do that.
You know, I can agree that the pictures of the Earth are always different.
Yeah, and they're different colors. And then you go to other countries who have NASAs, the same NASA. You know why they're all the same? Because of the Antarctic Treaty. When Admiral Byrd went down there, he found out all this stuff we're telling you, and then they quickly made the treaty, 53 countries signed on. They're all the same frickin' thing. This is a world government already. Yep, it's a world frickin' government, and we have lost. But we are going to get it back because I want everyone in this country to wake up.
Not saying that
I wonder if she notices that they're always different.
Ask her.
So I look into
I can't reach her. You can.
find out after I got tons of evidence from Flowers that it's really bothering me. Now I get hit with the whole.
Did you get a card, sweetie?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. Oh, you're the bicycle guy. I'm sorry. I see so many people.
Which is crazy. He is an ex-Nazi. He's in charge of the Saturn V development, right? And his tombstone, Psalms 19-1, right? If you look up that song right here, the heavens declare the glory of God.
No dust.
Coming from a long way away.
No dust on the feet. There were supposedly 6 inches of dust on the moon. Nothing. And it's freaking aluminum foil.
I cannot explain, I admit, is why there's no dust.
Yeah. Because it was a lie. It was all, did you hear that song? Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in the Hollywood basement. This was Stanley Kubrick's greatest work.
Look, like,
Yeah,
this,
but you
this
see
should have
this.
blown a 30-foot
Like,
crater.
you see how our shadows are like a bit displaced from where we are? They're not parallel.
We have a lot on the shadows.
Okay, this one,
I'm not seeing that.
this was, no, it's fine. This was from top of Mount Everest.
Hey guys, just look it up.
Okay?
No, thank you.
Look it up.
Degrasse Tyson, I'm not sure if you know who he
Look
is.
it up. Just look it up. If there's a curvature, you find it.
Curve, everybody.
Look up the formula. Make up your own formula. Figure it out. Let's be smart about these things. Our government is corrupt. They lie. Just look it up. Won't hurt you.
By nature, we want to be part of the group. We want to, we want to be accepted. And to go out and say you're the flag, you're no longer part of the group, right? You're a freakazoid. And I mean, these guys. There has to be something to this. This is like a tiny little sample of the people that you can find on the internet who do this stuff.
Just look it up, buddy. Can't hurt you.
Do you do this everywhere and go like this? Right. But yet all these people are doing that. And the idea is that they're literally like it's like a dance sequence. And the Freemasons or the Illuminati.
And I don't want to be offensive, like that's not what I'm doing, but
So, what is like? It's not a conspiracy theory to you.
It's about control.
It's well, what I'm saying is that like, what would you call this theory?
Okay.
Reality.
Here, did you get one of my cards?
Conspiracy reality.
This is reality. Yeah. No,
Just look at this.
That's reality.
What's the difference between being educated with lies or being uneducated? Nothing. Did you know that the kings didn't want the serfs to read? Did you know that? Okay. What's the difference then if they're teaching us lies? We're just as stupid. We're just as ignorant.
Sorry, guys. You'll see that he's got fatter
There you go. The Earth is a flat plane.
But like, this is the skyline.
Can you take a photo of us too?
Of you two?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Can we take
Is it all?
Yeah. Where are you? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Is it all ready?
You just
press the round
You
one.
ready? Okay. You ready?
Okay. Okay, I guess I got it. I got two.
Thank you. I'll do some more.
Check it and see if I got it.
Yeah, that's
Check
cool.
it.
Prove me wrong and save me from making a fool of myself. But I'm pretty good.
You're a celebrity now, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, just look it up. Figure out the curvature formula and find me some curvature. Find me the curve. Where's the curve? There is no freaking curve. No curvature means a flat plane. No spinning ball. They're lying to us. They're putting you all in debt for nothing. They want you in debt. Then you're a slave for the rest of your life. This is no way to live. Look it up. Look it up. Can't hurt you.
9/11. You have no problem with buildings, 3 buildings falling down, 3 buildings falling down. No, it's 7.
You can look it up. Here, guys, look this up. Find me the curvature. There is none. Find me the curve. Where's the curvature?
Well, it takes energy to take out the core. So as you're taking out a core, you're actually using
Where's the curvature?
energy, correct?
There is none.
I don't even want to get into 9/11.
They're lying to us.
Guys, you know, everybody in your fast is spinning right this moment at the equator. 1,000 miles an hour is what they tell us is spinning at the equator, right? You all feel that, right? I don't. Anyway, start with 1,000 miles an hour. They say we're going around the sun in an elliptical manner at 66,600 miles an hour. 62, by the way.
Thank you for talking to her. She really had a mind block.
On her.
I know. Look this up. It can't hurt you. Information cannot hurt you. Information will never hurt you. Lying to children is child abuse.
What is this, like the shower?
Oh, this is through the time. Back in '73, they had this kind of shower, right?
Oh, okay.
So now they have this other stuff. Oh, they can't do that kind of shower. They have to do it this way. And did you ever see their hair sticking up in the air?
Yeah.
That's all some kind of fake thing. They're not even, look, she might even be upside down because look at her red face.
I know, I gotta admit, they can fake.
Yeah, they can, whatever they can do in Hollywood, that's what they're doing in NASA.
Yeah.
But you know what? You want to get a good job? Don't ever admit this.
I know.
You know what? Hey, where's the curvature? Show me the curve. There is no curvature to the Earth.
These, have they been seen again? Is that what it is?
This is what somebody saw them.
Okay, so those are...
We're just putting that out there. I never saw them personally, but we're putting that out there for you guys to just look it up. Look it up, see if it's true. You know, I remember that day. I was alive, and it was really horrible. The whole country was like in mourning, and if it's a lie, I am really pissed about that. You can look it up.
Yeah, I definitely think it has, you know, firm base because there's so much bullshit from the government.
Yeah.
And, you know, she can take her physics class, whatever class.
And that's like her religion.
Yeah.
Because if there's anything to it that's not true, then it's just taken on faith.
Yeah.
See, they can't prove it. I told her to go in a car. Oh, I can't go in a car. I'm there. Get your butt down to the shore and find some curvature. You can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Like she was coming up with all these excuses. What's an excuse?
Like, we only know what we're told.
Exactly right. But I've been down there, and I can see to Avalon, and I can see to Wildwood, and I know you shouldn't be able to according to the formula.
Yeah.
So I want to live in reality. I want to be told the truth. I want to tell the truth. I don't want children being lied to. And you know, this skyrocketing cost of higher education, that's just made to put us in debt.
What do you think of Elon Musk?
I think he's an actor.
No.
Yeah, they're all actors. These were all actors. They're all actors. All of them are actors. And the good actors, they get paid more. They're all lying. Do you believe it? There's a Tesla car? Yeah.
Explain that. That's crazy.
Look this up.
For about 15 months.
Lying to children is child abuse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
There would have been a blast crater. That's what I told her.
Yes. And she could not even
like,
get
maybe
past
it was
that.
The angle.
See? There was always an excuse, and that's why I had to say I can't talk to you anymore.
Yeah, she was crazy.
You get so ingrained and indoctrinated. It's indoctrination. And it's called cognitive dissonance. Your brain cannot perceive what your mind will not accept. It's like you can't even go there. You know? We find so much of that. We find so much. Some people are open. They'll say, well, what is your evidence? And I'm there, great, I'll tell you, and then you go figure it out. You know, that's all we ask.
Yeah.
I would just say, I beg you guys.
Can't see if this is on. It looks like it is.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thanks for stopping and thanks for talking. I don't know if I'm getting any of that on there. Oh my goodness, it's way down here. There he is. There's the guy. There's no curvature to the earth.
Yep, I got those.
There's no curvature to the earth. You figure out a formula and you find me some curvature. Can we fall off? Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. Antarctica. That's what's holding in the oceans. You want to see it? Look up the United Nations logo. That's a flat earth map. They leave off Antarctica because they don't want you to know it goes around the outside edge. Want to look this up? A real scientist will never reject evidence. Well, look it up. A true scientist will never reject evidence. You can look it up. There's no curvature. No curvature. Figure out the formula for curvature and then go find some, and you won't. There is no curvature. We live on a flat surface, the flat plane. There is no spinning ball. They are lying to us.